You probably think of Earth as belonging to us cities, roads, farms, satellites. It looks like a human planet, but humans have only been here for about 200,000 years, and Earth is 4.5 billion years old, which means for something like 99.99% of this planet's history, we were not here. Somebody else was, and most of the time, they were bigger than us. The dinosaurs get all the attention, but there were 65 million years between the last dinosaur and the first human. And that stretch of time, that huge empty gap, was filled with creatures nobody talks about anymore. Some of them were larger than any animal alive today. Some of them ate crocodiles for breakfast, and every single one of them thought, in their own animal way, that they owned the place. 66 million years ago, an asteroid the size of Mount Everest hit the coast of what is now Mexico. Within hours, most life on Earth was dying. Within a year, 3/4 of all species were gone. The dinosaurs lost, the ocean lost, the forests burned down, and a few small, furry, terrified mammals hiding in burrows survived. They were the winners by accident, and they inherited an empty planet. For the next few million years, Earth was quiet, small, ordinary. But nothing stays quiet on this planet for long. The mammals that survived started evolving, fast, with almost nothing to stop them. There were no big predators left, no apex reptiles, no competition. So mammals did what evolution does when there is nowhere to hide. They got weird. They got huge. They got terrifying. The next 60 million years were the strangest chapter in the history of this planet, and almost nobody remembers what happened. The first ruler of the New World was not what you would expect. It was a snake. About 58 million years ago, in what is now Colombia, the jungle was warmer than it is today, hotter, wetter. And in the swamps of that jungle lived Titanoboa. She was 13 meters long. She weighed over 1,000 kilograms. She was longer than a city bus and heavier than a small car, and she was a snake. Titanoboa ate crocodiles. Not small crocodiles. Big ones. She would slide into the water, wrap around one, and squeeze until it stopped moving. Nothing on that continent could threaten her. Nothing could even try. She was, for a while, the queen of the planet. Then the climate cooled, and cold blood cannot survive in cold jungle, and Titanoboa disappeared. You can hold her spine today. Her fossilized vertebrae are as thick as your forearm. Museums keep them in glass cases so children can look at them and not really understand. By the time 34 million years ago rolled around, the mammals had gotten fully out of hand. The biggest of them was called Paraceratherium. It looked something like a rhinoceros crossed with a giraffe crossed with a nightmare. It stood over 5 meters tall at the shoulder. It weighed close to 24 tons, 3 times the weight of the largest elephant that has ever lived. Paraceratherium ate the tops of trees because it could, because there was nothing else on Earth that could reach that high. It walked across Central Asia in herds, pushing down forests as it went, and nothing hunted it, nothing could. The largest land predator in its ecosystem would have looked like a house cat next to Paraceratherium. It just walked around, ate whatever it wanted, and died of old age for 12 million years. Then Asia dried out. The forests it needed disappeared, and the largest mammal that ever lived starved to death slowly over generations and left nothing behind but bones. While the giants were ruling the north, something else was happening in South America. Because that continent had been an island for millions of years, evolution there went a different way. Not mammals, birds. They are called the terror birds. Phorusrhacids, if you want their real name. They stood up to 3 meters tall. They could not fly. They had beaks the size of a human head, curved into a hook, capable of cracking open the skull of a horse. Terror birds ruled South America for over 60 million years. They chased down early mammals and killed them. They evolved into the fastest, deadliest land predators of their era. Some of them may have been able to run faster than any animal alive today. Then North and South America connected, and the mammals from the north walked in. And within a few 100,000 years, the terror birds were gone. The mammals eventually took over the world completely, and they got large, and they got dangerous, and they got closer in time to us. 2 million years ago, on grasslands around the world, a cat with fangs the length of steak knives stalked large prey. This was Smilodon, the saber-toothed cat. It weighed more than a modern lion. Its bite was designed to sever arteries in seconds. Smilodon coexisted with the first humans. They saw us. We saw them. For a while, we were probably terrified of them. Then, somewhere in the last 10,000 years, they vanished. Nobody is completely sure why. In the oceans at the same time was Megalodon, a shark 18 meters long. Its jaw could swallow a small elephant. It ate whales casually, the way modern sharks eat seals. It ruled every ocean on Earth for 20 million years. We do not know exactly why Megalodon disappeared either. Maybe the oceans got too cold. Maybe its prey ran out. Maybe both. All we have left of it are teeth the size of dinner plates. Its teeth still wash up on beaches today. 6 rulers, 6 kings and queens of Earth, all of them larger, meaner, or older than us, all of them at their peak, absolutely certain that they were what this planet was for. None of them survived. Not because they were weak, not because they made mistakes, but because Earth changed. Climates shifted, continents moved, food chains collapsed, and what worked before stopped working. The only law on this planet, the only rule that has held for 4.5 billion years, is that everything ends. Every ruler is temporary. Every empire is a moment. And here we are, on top of the pyramid, for now, 200,000 years old as a species. The dinosaurs lasted 160 million. Titanoboa lasted 6 million. Even Megalodon got 20 million. Nobody knows how long we get, but someday, probably a long time from now, another kind of intelligence or another kind of animal, or maybe nothing at all, will walk across the ground where you are standing right now. And they will find our fossilized bones in a museum. And they will call us something with a Latin name. And they will make a video, or whatever they use instead of videos, called something like What Ruled Earth Before Us. And we will be one of the answers. If this made you think, hit like. And if you want more small, strange questions about being on this planet, subscribe. Because it is a much older, much stranger world than any of us usually remember.